Sairam, Namaste. Welcome to Martine's Fabulous Indian Adventure Part 3. Today I'm going to talk about my miraculous healing. I will just summarize what we learned in the first part and second part. The 1st of November 2010, I'm leaving my country, Canada, to go for the first time in India. I spent time in the north and finally I discover in the south, in Puttaparthi, the ashram of Sri Sai Baba. I have the feeling that I'm arrived to destination. I'm just living with God, and I know that I will attain the highest goal of life just by being there and serve. So I have the chance to have an offer to get a work visa. I'm going back to my country to apply, and in August 2012, I'm coming back to India to work at least for 1 year at the Western Canteen. While I'm there, I discover after a few days that I'm arrived that there's a big lump, even bigger, in my right breast. I'm not surprised that there's something, but it's now much bigger because it's few years now that my doctor is concerned about my health because I have kisses in both breasts, and also I have microcalcification. That condition can easily become a cancer. So usually she's sending me for tests, for mammography, one every 2 years, and after a while she's adding also the ecography. The last test that I'm passing before I go to India was she sent me to the hospital for a department who specialized in cancer. So it made me very nervous to have the result at that time, and finally everything is fine. There's no trace of cancer, so I'm relieved. So when I'm in India, I'm saying to myself, I believe that I can heal myself, but I'm trying to find ways to help me. So there's a technique would look a bit like homeopathy inside the ashram, so I'm trying that. I'm going also for free beamer treatment, which is a machine who creates electromagnetic field. I feel very nice, very calm and energized, but I don't feel that there's much different with my breath. And I'm paying more attention to what I'm eating. I'm trying to eat mainly raw food. And also I'm going to see an Ayurvedic doctor. He's 100% sure that he's going to help me, and the lump will just disappear. But after many weeks, he's telling me, I cannot do anything for you. You have to go to the hospital. So I'm a bit discouraged. I show up at the general hospital in Puttaparthi, and the doctor is scolding me. She's saying, why you waited so long? We cannot treat you here. You have to go to Bangalore in a private hospital and go see a specialist. So she gave me a few names, and for sure I want to find the best one. And I don't know where to go, and it's a very big city. It's millions and millions of people there. But finally, we are in December now, and I have an idea. I met Sri Sai Maharaj at the end of October, beginning of November, and he's living in Bangalore, and he's receiving devotees. So I will ask him if I can at least sleep at his house. And I'm calling him, and he's graciously, very nicely, very kindly saying, yes, you're welcome. So I'm relieved. So on a Friday, I leave Puttaparthi and I go straight to the hospital. It's a general hospital. I choose to go there, see a gynecologist that I know that she's following the same course as me, Landmark. And she's not happy with what she's seeing. She's saying, why you waited so long? And she sent me right away to the surgeon. The surgeon sent me right away to another hospital to have some tests, a biopsy, and they have trouble to get the liquid because it's very solid, in a solid state. So 2 times they have to do the puncture. And I'm supposed to go back the next day, and maybe they're gonna be operated. I will be operated on. I arrive at Sri Sai Maharaj house, and there's other devotees there, and we're talking, and he's asking questions, and he's giving information. At the end, he's saying, Martine, at the age of 53, I will reveal something. They will remove a part of your breast. You will have cancer, and you will have to have treatment to heal. And that event will maybe distract you from your spiritual goal, and I won't let that to happen. So don't worry, I will take care. So he said, you just have to follow what I'm saying, and everything will be okay. So the next day, he says, no, you're not going to the hospital. It's too soon. It won't make any good. So it's hard for me to just follow without any other information or explanation. So what I decide to just listen to him. And on Monday, he said, now you're going to go to another hospital. You're going to go to Baptist Hospital. Go see a surgeon there. So I show up at the hospital. The surgeon prescribed me 3 tests. One is biopsy, the second one radiography, and the third one is mammography. While the biopsy is made, the doctor who is performing the test is saying, oh, it's a lump. And at the first time they were saying that it was not a lump. I noticed that now it's not solid anymore, it's liquid, it's like greenish. And after I have the radiography and the mammography, and at the end of it, I just go see the surgeon, and the surgeon look at the result and say, there's no more lump. I just prescribe for you vitamin E, and you just have to have a general test in 2 years, that's all. So I said, what about my microcalcification that I used to have, that I have? He said, there's no more trace, everything is fine. So I cannot believe it. This is a great miracle. Everything disappeared in less than a week without any treatment, conventional treatment, traditional treatment, and no medication. So when I come out of that hospital, I just want to, wow! I'm so impressed, I'm so improved, I cannot believe it. And I just want to serve that great soul who saved me from so many burdens. I feel that there was something going on, because when I was in Puttaparthi and I have that lump in my breast, it was uncomfortable. It was not painful, but when I was sleeping on it, it was not comfortable. But while I was in Bangalore, around Sri Sai Maharaj, I could notice that the skin was pinkish, and it was painful, and it was like if I had the fire inside me. I was so hot, and the weather couldn't explain how come I was so hot inside, because it was like winter time in India. And he materialized one time on moon, the same way that I show you, it was just moving the hand, and suddenly something appeared in his hand, and he asked somebody to apply that on my breast. And this second time I have received a massage of that region, and it just went. So when I arrived to his place and I gave him the result, he said, fine. So tomorrow you're leaving for Puttaparthi, and just go do your seva. That's all. He didn't ask me anything in return. He was so happy for me. And I just find out later on that what he said to me, actually, don't worry, I will take care. That was the ultimate warranty that I would be healed, because Sri Sai Maharaj had a health issue, a health challenge. When he was about 14 years old, he had the extra muscle on his heart, and the doctor said, you have just only few months to live because of that condition. And he was dying, just lying down and hardly drinking any water. And he went finally to have the blessing and the darshan of Sri Sai Baba was inaugurating the super specialty hospital in Whitefield. And Sri Sai Baba came to him, talked to him, and materialized for him Vibhuti. And he said, "Don't worry, I will take care." And within a few weeks, he was completely ill, having taken the decision to not take any more medicine, but just take Vibhuti to heal himself. Vibhuti that had been materialized by Sri Sai Baba. So my dream was to just serve him. Even though, as you remember, I said I reached destination and Puttaparthi is my place. But I felt that it was Sri Sai Baba wish and will that I would meet Sri Sai Maharaj and that I would participate, support him in his mission. So I offered to Sri Sai Maharaj to serve him. And after a few months, my dream came true. He invited me to stay at the ashram and help him in his mission. And the ashram was located near Nandi Hill, which is a very sacred area. And while I was there, a guru of his came a few months later, and he pointed me and he said that person had a health issue and it's all clear. So it was a confirmation also that everything was good. Everything was disappear actually. And after a while, I was always asking Sri Sai Maharaj, can you bring me vitamin E, because it was prescribed by the doctor. And after a while, I said, why are you needing vitamin E? Because there was no drugstore around where we were living, no medical store. And I said, well, the doctor asked me to take that. He said, why are you doing so? That's no more anymore. There's nothing anymore. And I just want to confirm that I have still the same condition today. My breasts are very healthy and there's no lump at all in both of them. So for me, this is a new life, and that was a new life. And I just wanted to give him to the one who just saved me from all these troubles. And I feel so blessed that since that time I'm just serving, I'm just doing volunteer work, and I didn't have any clue that at the age of 47 I would be, I wouldn't work anymore, and I would be, it would be my pension to just have the chance to serve. So I feel very, very blessed. And he has a great mission. He's a great, great guru who just wants to help us on our path, to destroy who we think we are, so that we can become our real nature, divine, and connected to God. So thank you so much for listening. Hopefully I didn't forget the main thing that I wanted to say, but living a miracle like that, it's amazing. It's a gift of God, it's a gift of life, and it gives a lot of faith. And hopefully that story inspired you. And thank you for being and have listened to my story, and hopefully you will listen for some more parts of that wonderful, fabulous Indian adventure of Martine. Sai Ram.